A mountain militia just did what the Soviet Union never could. They shut down a global shipping lane without a single warship. The sinking of the Rubimar proved that naval doctrine is dead. The Houthis are holding the world economy hostage, not with a navy, but with a smuggled, mutated arsenal that costs pennies on the dollar. From the massive ASIF to the strange Moet, this is the anatomy of the weapons that broke the U.S. Navy. Let's start with the weapons that changed the game. It is the Tankil. Based on the Iranian Rod 500, this is a technological leap for the Houthis. Unlike older Scuds that are just dumb rockets, the Tankil uses a composite motor casing to reduce weight, giving it a range of 500 kilometers. But the real danger is in the nose cone. It is equipped with an advanced electro-optical seeker. Here is how it kills. The missile flies a ballistic trajectory. As it re-enters the atmosphere, it slows down, and the camera in the nose opens its eyes. It scans the dark ocean for the thermal and visual contrast of a white ship. Once it locks on, aerodynamic fins steer it into a terminal dive at Mach 3. It is fast, precise, and extremely difficult to intercept. Sometimes you don't need finesse, you just need brute force. Enter the ASIF. Derived from the Iranian Fateh 313, the ASIF is a massive solid-fuel monster. It carries a 650-kilogram warhead. To put that in perspective, that is enough explosive power to break the keel of a tanker or cripple a destroyer in a single hit. The ASIF is designed to overwhelm the close-in weapons systems of warships simply by coming in too heavy and too fast to be stopped by 20mm rounds. Then there's the Al-Bahar al-Ahmar. This is a newer, more mysterious addition. Its name translates to the Red Sea. Analysts believe this is a variant of the Iranian Qiyam missile, but modified for anti-ship roles. It operates at high supersonic speeds and is believed to have enhanced maneuverability during its terminal phase, making it a nightmare for Aegis defense systems to track. Not everything in the Houthi arsenal is modern. A huge part of their strategy is Frankenstein engineering, taking obsolete Soviet junk and turning it into lethal threats. Look closely at the Moet. It looks huge, ungainly, and old. That's because the Moet is actually a Soviet S-75 Dvina surface-to-air missile. This is 1960s technology, the same missile that shot down France's Gary Powers and John McCain. But the Houthis don't use it to shoot planes. Houthi engineers, likely with IRGC assistance, have rewired its seeker and guidance computer. It has been repurposed as a surface-to-surface anti-ship missile. It flies at Mach 3.5 and delivers a massive fragmentation warhead designed to shred aircraft. Against a ship, it acts like a giant shotgun blast, stripping away radar masts and sensors. Another blast from the past is the Rubej. This system fires the P-15 Termit missile. These are huge, subsonic, liquid-fueled cruise missiles. They're loud, smoky, and easy to spot on radar. However, they carry a half-ton shaped charge warhead. If a modern ship's defenses fail, a single Rubej hit is a mission kill. Then there's the Al-Mandab family. These are the most common threats. The Al-Mandab 1 is a copy of the Chinese C-801. It's short-range, but effective. However, the Al-Mandab 2 is the dangerous one. A copy of the Chinese C-802, it is a sea-skimming cruise missile. It flies just meters above the waves, hiding below the radar horizon until it is less than 20 kilometers from the target. By the time a ship detects it, they have seconds to react. It was likely a variant of this family that destroyed the HSV-2 Swift catamaran in 2016. The problem with big liquid-fueled missiles is that they take time to fuel up, making them vulnerable to airstrikes. The Houthis solved this with a new generation of solid-fuel tactical missiles. The Falek and Mayun are the shotguns of the Red Sea. Because they use solid fuel, they are pre-packed and ready to fire instantly. The tactic is simple: shoot and scoot. A Houthi team drives a civilian truck out of a tunnel, lifts the tarp, fires a Falek, and drives back into the mountain before a US MQ-9 Reaper can even spot the smoke plume. They're short range, but their reaction time makes them almost impossible to hunt down. There's also the Sajil. Not to be confused with the Iranian ballistic missile of the same name, the Houthi Sajil is a light anti-ship cruise missile. It's small enough to be mounted on fast attack boats or small trucks, allowing the Houthis to harass shipping from unexpected angles.
The Houthis aren't just fighting in the Red Sea. They're projecting power thousands of kilometers away, striking Saudi oil fields and Israeli cities. This is the Quds family. It's a land attack cruise missile that traces its lineage to the Soviet H-55 via the Iranian SOMAR. It's powered by a small, unauthorized copy of a Czech turbojet engine. It is not fast, it flies at subsonic speeds, but its strength is its flight profile. It is a terrain-hugging missile. In the 2019 Abqaiq Quraysh attack, these missiles flew so low through the valleys of Saudi Arabia that multi-billion-dollar Patriot batteries never saw them coming. The latest version, the Quds 4, has an estimated range of 2,000 kilometers. This allows the Houthis to fire from Yemen, fly up the length of the Red Sea, and strike the port of Eilat in Israel. How do the Houthis survive against the U.S. Air Force? They've developed a unique tiered air defense network. The Sayad series are high-altitude interceptors capable of threatening fighter jets, but the real star of the show is something much stranger, the Soccer 358. This weapon is a category of its own. It's part missile, part drone. It has a jet engine and long wings. It doesn't fly directly at a target at Mach 4. Instead, it loiters. It flies slowly in figure-8 patterns around a battlefield, using optical sensors to look for the silhouette of an aircraft against the sky. When it spots a target, specifically slow-moving U.S. drones like the MQ-9 Reaper, it accelerates and detonates. The Houthis have shot down at least 3 MQ-9 Reapers, each worth $30 million, using this relatively cheap weapon. It forces American surveillance to fly higher, degrading their intelligence gathering. Finally, we must mention the weapon that doesn't fly, the Tufan-1. Tufan-1 is one of the earliest unmanned surface vessels used by the Houthi forces in Yemen. It is designed as a remotely operated explosive drone boat for direct impact attacks against ships. The vessel uses a lightweight fiberglass hull and a powerful outboard engine, allowing speeds of around 30 to 40 knots. A forward-mounted camera transmits live video back to the operator, who remotely guides the boat towards its target. Inside the hull, the Tufan-1 carries a large explosive payload weighing several hundred kilograms. The warhead detonates on impact, turning the vessel into a high-speed suicide strike platform. Its relatively simple construction allows it to be produced at low cost while still posing a serious threat to ships at sea. Tufan 2 is a more advanced version with improved navigation and communication systems. It is believed to include GPS-based guidance, allowing more precise navigation over longer distances. Enhanced communication links enable operators to control the vessel farther from shore. The hull design is more stable, improving performance in rougher sea conditions. Multiple onboard cameras provide better visibility and situational awareness during the final approach phase. The vessel carries a similar or slightly larger explosive payload compared to Tufan 1. These upgrades allow Tufan 2 to conduct longer range and more controlled attack missions. Tufan 3 is considered the most advanced USV in the Tufan series. It is believed to feature more sophisticated electronics and longer-range communication systems. Some reports suggest it may use satellite-assisted control or relay systems to extend its operational reach. The propulsion system is more powerful, allowing higher speeds and improved maneuverability. The vessel carries a larger explosive warhead, increasing its destructive potential. Advanced navigation systems may allow it to follow pre-programmed routes before the final attack phase. The Houthi arsenal is a masterclass in asymmetric warfare. They've taken 1960s Soviet scraps like the Moet and Rubej, combined them with high-tech Iranian guidance on the Tankil and Asif, and deployed them with guerrilla tactics using the Falek and Quds. They've built a kill chain that costs pennies on the dollar compared to the Western warships trying to stop them. For every $2 million interceptor the U.S. fires, the Houthis can build $10,000, $20,000 drones. This is not just a regional conflict, it is the blueprint for the future of warfare. What do you think is the most effective weapon in this list? Is it the precision of the Tankil or the swarm of the drones? Let me know in the comments below.